We have with us in our studios Mr. Aubrey Aloysius, Managing Director of Lorraine Music Academy and Lamp Trust. Welcome to our studios, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me over.
They say music is the food of our soul and our spirit. Is that right, sir?
Absolutely. Just as we need good food for the nourishment of our body, we need good music that nourishes our mind, soul, and spirit.
Right, sir. Sir, tell us something about your music academy.
The Lorraine Music Academy serves to promote music and teach music to children. We teach children as young as 4 years old, a wide range of musical instruments and vocal.
Right.
Singing. Instruments include the piano, keyboard, violin, guitar, the drums, percussion instruments, etc. And in terms of students, age is no bar. It's never too late to learn, and we have um, citizens of India over 60 plus who come to learn with us.
Is that so?
Yes, it's
Okay.
never too late to learn music.
Rightly said. So, what led you to open this academy?
You know, as a child, I loved to sing, and I used to sing before hundreds and thousands as a 7-year-old. And I wished I could have learned to play instruments, but for some reason I could not. And as I grew up, and I married a musician. My wife, Lorraine Aloysius, is a licentiate at the Trinity College of London. She plays the piano. And as we grew through our journey in life, we've had people who've always asked us, can I learn music? You know, my own, echoing my own ambition to learn music. And I felt if there is one area we can contribute towards nation building, it is through music and teaching both young and old to learn music through singing and through learning an instrument. And that's how we came. You know, we have a heart to build, to do something for the nation of India. And what better place than the National Capital Region? That's how we came here, and that's how we started the academy.
Right, sir. So, what is this Come India Sing project that you started?
Yes. Nation building has made various strands, there are various ways that we can all together as citizens build a nation. And one of the strands in nation building is music. Music, art, and culture.
Right.
The performing arts, the visual arts, the literary arts. So the Come India Sing project is a nation building project that uses music in that process. So we have various opportunities in our nation. And I'll talk about the very first song I believe that every Indian should sing is our national anthem, Jan Gan Man. It is the one song that every person across the length and breadth of India will understand and can sing and should sing. It is an excellent way to build the cultural ethos of India, which is unity in diversity. So the Come India Sing project celebrates the diversity of India, our rich heritage, our varied heritage. India is a land of festivals. So the Come India Sing project envisages to celebrate every festival that exists in our country, and every event of national importance, like the Republic Day, like the Independence Day, the Gandhi Jayanti, the National Unity Day, the Children's Day, and so on and so forth.
So, who all are singing in this project?
So we encourage, we have our students that we train in singing these various festive songs and national songs. We encourage students from various schools. We go out into schools and do school assembly workshops, teaching them how to sing our national anthem, first of all, the correct way, in 52 seconds. And so we have participants from citizens from across the National Capital Region. We have the Delhi state government that's opened up 2,000 schools to us. So hopefully in 2015, we will start moving into the Delhi schools. And our ambition over the next 5 years is to go and spread this message across the length and breadth of India, across each of the 29 states of India.
The message of?
The message of unity and diversity, the message that this project, Come India Sing, has to communicate, and that is, let us be a united India. Let's build an India, a nation for our next generation, making them understand their role as citizens of India. How can they contribute to building the India of tomorrow? How can we build it together?
Very rightly said, sir. Christmas is here, and we associate Christmas with Santa Claus, with gifts, with merrymaking, with cakes,
Yes.
and all the good food that we
Yes.
get to eat.
Yes.
So, what is the deeper meaning of Christmas?
Yes.
And what is the significance of Christmas in today's world?
Okay. Yes, it's very true that Christmas means merriment and enjoyment, cakes and goodies, gifts and dressing up and singing carols. But the true meaning of Christmas goes back to understanding what Christmas is. Today, we are in today's date in the month of December in the year 2014 AD. So the first thing is that this date is very important. The world recognizes that there was an era before Christ and there is an era right now after Jesus was born. So this is the day when Jesus was born 2014 years ago. And the significance of Christmas is to be understood by the fact, the name Jesus means peace. He is called the Prince. His name is
Jesus
called,
means peace.
well, his name has many, many meanings, and one of the meanings is he's a Prince of Peace. He's the everlasting God, the Almighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And the message of Christmas, is peace, love, joy. It's a season of giving, a season of sharing. If you remember the story of Christmas, there were wise men that came from the east bringing gifts, a season of giving. It's also a time to remember that Jesus was born in very humble circumstances. He was born in a manger. He did not even have a home to be born in, if you go historically. And so it's a time that we should remember. It's a time to remember the lesser privileged, the poor, the needy in our community. I think the significance of Christmas to the world, especially when we see the strife and when we see terror, when we see fear, when we see wars, I think the message of Christmas is very significant, that of peace, that is just the opposite of terror or fear or war.
Absolutely.
That of love. If we can love one another as nations, we can love.
Absolutely opposite of hate.
Absolutely the opposite of hate. If we can love and understand others and appreciate others despite our diversity of nationalities or languages or beliefs or religions or whatever that divides us. If we love unites us. If we can appreciate the other, it brings us together. And that, I believe, is the significance of Christmas for the world.
Very well said, sir. Sir, you are a singer,
Yes.
and on this occasion of Christmas, we would like to have you sing something for us.
Okay, I remember my childhood days. Bring me back to my childhood days, and
Yes.
I think even children of today would remember the most popular carol is Jingle Bells. It goes like this: jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And the true meaning of Christmas we talked about.
So, Jingle Bells
Yes,
takes me rather back to your childhood.
yes,
I would like you to touch upon your childhood memories
of Christmas.
related to Christmas.
Okay. I remember we used to sing carols.
You were taught,
I was taught, and
and you loved singing them.
I loved singing. I think my mother identified the fact that I loved singing and humming, and I would pick up songs. I would pick up various songs.
Okay.
The national anthem. We used
At
to
that
sing
time,
every-
we didn't have these cassettes
No, we
and
didn't.
CDs.
No, we didn't.
So how did you,
All
how
India
did you-
Radio.
All India Radio. All right.
I'll never forget. My father taught me to read the newspaper, Times of India, that came home at that time. And my mother said, no, you should not just read, you should listen. There was no TV at that time. There was radio. And so at 2 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, there was a 10-minute English news broadcast.
Right.
Around that 2 o'clock, from 1:30 to 2 and 2:10 to 2:30 was an English Western music program on All India Radio. So I'm indebted and grateful to All India Radio for my life, for my lifetime.
For shaping your
For
future.
shaping my future, for giving me a vision of the world vision through the news that I used to hear
Listen
every
to.
day, listen to. And then the music, the Western music. So around Christmas, it used to be Christmas
Yeah.
carols and Christmas singing. So a lot of it, my education was all in the radio.
So you picked up a lot of your music
Lot of
from
music from
radio.
there, from radio, and then in the community during festival time, we would have the loudspeakers blaring the various festive songs. So I picked up the festive songs there, filmy songs too. You know? So
Right.
it's all about listening to the environment around you, the community, singing, etc.
So we'll have another song from you.
Yes, you touched upon the meaning and the significance
Sorry.
of Christmas. You know,
Yeah.
so this song talks about Christmas
And your childhood memories
and
too.
my childhood memories too. And I'll sing another song about my childhood memory about Silent Night, which is, I'll talk about that song a little later. But this song, Christmas Isn't Christmas, tells the true meaning of Christmas. Christmas is not about celebrating and not about shusha, not about what you wear and
What you
what you
can
do.
show to the world.
Yes, it's all about something much deeper. What happens in your heart, and until the spirit of Christmas touches your heart, it isn't Christmas. So the song goes like this: Christmas isn't Christmas till it happens in your heart. Somewhere deep inside you is where Christmas really starts. So give your heart to Jesus. You'll discover when you do that it's Christmas, really Christmas for you. And so Christmas is about the impact of the season in your heart. When you think of the lesser privileged, the poor, the needy, your neighbor. It's not about the religion that you follow or he or she follows. It's about understanding who you are and understanding who your neighbor is and loving him and her. I'll sing another song, another verse from the song Silent Night. And this song was composed about 200 years ago. It was composed in a village near Salzburg in Austria. It was originally composed in German, but I'll sing the English version. And in March 2011, the United Nations accorded this an intangible heritage song.
Okay.
So it's universally famous. It's called Silent Night. It talks about the night when Jesus was born. And it goes like this: Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Beautiful. So, what message would you like to give to our listeners on Christmas?
The Christmas message I would like to share with my dear brothers and sisters across India is to recognize that India is diverse in its culture. We are so very different in many ways. When we talk about the languages that we speak, the religions that we practice and follow, the caste, the creed, the food, the clothes that we wear so diverse. And yet we are one, and we are one family. We are one nation. And so, as a family, I would like to share this message of loving one another, understanding each other, of sharing what we have with each other, of peace, living in peace and harmony, recognizing who we are, our diversity, celebrating it together, and living a life that is united, which is free of stress, free of hatred. It's just the opposite, in peace, living in love for one another.
So, on this positive and lovely note, we'd like to thank you for coming to our studios and giving us such valuable and wonderful insights into Christmas. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me once again, and wish you and your family and everyone a Merry Christmas and a wonderful Happy New Year 2015.
So I also wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much. Thank you.